So one thing I figured what I would do, or haven't done yet, is one long vlog, which is going well so far. Let's just cross over. Yeah, the one thing I've not done is like a long vlog. So I think that should be my primary aim today. If I'm out on walk-ins, I should do like longer vlogs. If it means I have to cross the road like 5-6 times, then I do. So I'm going to own up to something right now. So whenever I've watched like Terrorizer and Nogla, or Terrorizer and Andrew, or Terrorizer and Louis reacts or whatever, there has always been like an advert, like a sponsored advert in the middle of it for something called Manscaped, which is male grooming. Not in the mini lad way. And essentially they show off the different stuff for people to have. And I thought, do you know what? I think I might need to get to the point where I need to do that myself. But I've already got a shaver, and you can see where this is going. And yesterday I thought, well, yeah. And it was not a good idea. Because yeah, it was just not a good idea. Now, I'm not sure further on if somebody's parked or if they cannot work out how to turn. Throughout the days that I've been here, I have been vlogging, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna just do this video now and then wrap it up. I think I'm genuinely at a point now where I feel like I can't really do any more. I was just like, oh yeah, I feel like I can still do more, but like not as much. I kind of thought like, oh well, the one thing I haven't yet done is like your 10-minute vlogs or your 20-minute vlogs, or even your, I suppose, 30-minute vlogs. Now, which way shall I go now? St Andrew's Place is that one. You've got, don't know what that says. That says St. What the hell does that? What does that say? I can't even read that. St Cyril's Road. That looks like cereal. Yeah, cereal. Let's just say cereal. It's a bit of a cold morning this morning, and I was kind of like, I'm not going to do too much. Yesterday, I'm not going to do too much, and I ended up doing a 5k walk in Colwyn Bay. I ended up doing a 5k walk in Battersea Coed, and then ended up doing a 5k walk coming out of Glan Conwy. So I said to myself, nah, I'm not going to do that much walking. And then I end up doing that. It's a bit of a cold morning this morning. So lesson, don't do the Manscaped thing again. I also came out this morning, my trainers were so tight again, so I've just had to like loosen them up, and I just have to keep doing that. If I put them on and I'm like, fuck me, they feel really tight, you've just got to loosen them up. Shall I walk on the field? I think I might. I've had a little bit of a breakfast. I've had a little bit of yogurt with some chia seeds in, but apart from that, that's all I've had. So my idea, I mean, I've got some almonds, or what's left of them anyway, and yeah. I don't really, in my head I looked on them, I was like, I'm going to do a circular, like a rectangle circular, but you can't really do it. I looked on the map, I was like, oh yeah, you can't really do that idea. So something that's going to sound pretty weird. So it's Friday, I'm recording this on Friday the 25th of September. So next Friday, which will be the 3rd of October 2025, I'll be going to Blackpool for just the day. And normally for the month I'm like, I've worked out my average now for the month so far, and I'm like, well, my plan, I mean, you're gonna see this whenever this goes up. It might be like 2-3 weeks before, 2-3 weeks after my trip has happened anyway. I'm just gonna walk around the field actually. So the literal plan today is to just go up the cable car, me and my grandma, and that's it for today. Practically, oh, we need to pack up clothing to go back in our bags, because tomorrow there are train strikes around here. So what we'll end up doing is getting we're going to get a number 12 bus, could be 12, 13, 14 bus, whatever, to Rill, and then we'll get the train from Rill to Chester, and then the train from Chester back to Halifax. Oh yeah, my trainers feel well better. Just like, fuck, what's going on there? In my head I kind of had like, initially I had a checklist in my head of like what I want to do in the holiday. But I thought, if I just ignore it, and if I'm like, oh, I haven't done that, then I'm not like, oh, a bit sad that I haven't done a certain task or a certain thing or whatever. But I've kind of been like, oh yeah, I can then do that. Oh, I can now do that. Oh, I can now do that. I mean, we're gonna set off at 10 o'clock this morning to go to the tram. No, not to go to the cable cars and do that. Oh, we've got a bus. I think my plan now is... Have I been down here yet? Errol Place. Says it's a dead end bit. Sometimes with paths, there sometimes can be paths though. And you're like, oh, you'll go to one bit and you're like, oh, there's actually a path now that goes somewhere else. But I feel like this is not one of those streets where it's just, yep, it's a dead end for being the reason that it is actually a dead end. So we've got a family centre there. So just walk the full 360. Yeah, you've got a car park there. God, I can taste the chia seed in my mouth. Well, the thing is, they don't have a taste, but I can taste the seeds. Not taste, I can feel the seeds in my mouth area. I just thought it'd be nice to vlog before all the business starts. Not that I've actually seen any business really, honestly. Oh, got a bit of a drop. Right, so turning left goes back to Llandudno properly. Turning right goes to the main road. Now, if I can cross over, because I've got a feeling now people are not going to let me. There is a certain element where there's a difference between English drivers and Welsh drivers, and where if you're trying to cross a road, it's more the case English drivers are more like, there you go, you can cross over now. But in Wales it's a bit like, you're not visible enough. They're like, fuck you, you're getting over this road. And then when somebody does let you over, they just stop. They just stop. They don't say, yep, there you go. They just stop. And there's just no reaction. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't actually think I've been this way. I can hear the train. Wow, that's very sunny. Right, well, I'll go this way. Oh, these are the houses you can see when you leave the train. Ah, right, yeah. So when the train leaves from Llandudno to go down to the gangway and then towards the junction, these are the houses you can see when you're passing the train. Oh, so I'm walking parallel to the train track. Ah. Oh, this is a straight road, bloody hell. Whoa, that's a straight road. And what is that in the footpath? Oh, lovely. Oh, it's a tree stump, is it? It is. It is a tree stump. See, if I was in England now and I tried to do this, I would have not even made it to the first 30 seconds. Hear me out. I wouldn't have been able to do it. Because there'd be just a flock of people everywhere. School kids, walkers, commuters, etc. But yeah, I'm hardly seeing anybody. I think I'm still going to go straight on, follow parallel to the train track, which is, yep, that's still the train. I was going, and there's a twain twack. I was like, on my foot, I'm like, oh, following the twain twacks. Gosh, it's cold this morning. Goodness me, but I'm somehow being able to keep my phone out to just keep recording. Oh boy. So what have we got here? We've got a shop. Alexandra Stores. God, we've got an English flag up on someone's van. Yeah, we're in Wales. I've got a feeling this sort of street is not the well looked after street. What I'll do is when I get to 20 minutes or so, I'll wrap the video up and then I'll just assess where I am and then where I'll go next. There's quite a lot of litter on this street actually, surprisingly. Oh, that's a very dirty window. Right, I've got a feeling I have to cross over. Oh my god, I've just worked out where I am. Okay, I've worked out where I am. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I will when people stop driving. Oh my god, I've actually worked out where I am. When people stop driving, I will tell you. The Ganway. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. I looked at him like, okay, let's just see where I'm actually going. I'm walking to the Ganway. I don't want to do that. I did that previously, a couple of days ago, so I'm good. So what I figured I would do is walk to the promenade, and I will go onto the promenade and I can do another long vlog on there. North Wales Olf Club. Not golf club, but Olf Club. Didn't know Olf was a sport. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video now. I'm gonna head down to the promenade. Yes. Yeah, that's so taking the piss, isn't it? Yeah, Olf is a sport. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video now. Find the promenade, go to the promenade, and then I can do like top to bottom on the promenade. So, even though it's less videos, the longer videos. So, thanks for watching for now, and goodbye.